Most people think birthdays are supposed to feel special, exciting, unforgettable. So when someone treats their birthday like just another normal day, it often gets misunderstood. People assume they're cold, ungrateful, or even a little sad. But what if the opposite is true? What if not caring about your birthday isn't a flaw, but a quiet kind of strength? Because psychology suggests that people who don't attach much importance to their birthdays often see life through a very different lens, one that's deeper, more grounded, and less dependent on external validation. Let's explore what's really going on beneath the surface. 1. They don't rely on external validation to feel important. Psychology shows that people who place less importance on celebratory attention often have a stronger internal sense of self-worth. They don't need a specific day, messages, or public recognition to feel valued. For them, confidence isn't something that spikes once a year. It's something steady. Think about it. While others wait for birthday wishes to feel appreciated, these individuals already feel secure in who they are. It's not that they don't like being celebrated, they just don't depend on it. And that's a powerful kind of independence. 2. They see time differently. Research indicates that people who are less emotionally attached to birthdays tend to have a more fluid perception of time. Instead of marking life by milestones like, I'm a year older, they focus more on continuous growth. To them, personal development isn't something that resets every 12 months, it's happening every day. So a birthday doesn't feel like a major turning point, it's just another step. While others may feel pressure, I should have achieved more by now. These individuals avoid that trap. They grow at their own pace without letting a date define their progress. 3. They're less driven by social expectations. From a young age, we're taught that birthdays should be celebrated in a certain way. Parties, surprises, attention. But not everyone connects with that script. Psychology suggests that people who detach from birthday culture often think more independently. They question social norms instead of automatically following them. For example, while others may feel obligated to plan something big just because that's what people do, they ask themselves, do I actually want this? And if the answer is no, they're okay with that. This doesn't make them antisocial, it makes them self-directed. They choose authenticity over expectation. 4. They value deeper connections over symbolic gestures. Research shows that some people prioritize meaningful, consistent relationships over occasional bursts of attention. To them, a flood of birthday messages can feel superficial, not fake, but temporary. They'd rather have one real conversation than 100 generic happy birthday texts. They appreciate people who show up all year, not just on one day. So when they don't make a big deal out of birthdays, it's often because they're focused on something deeper, real connection, not seasonal attention. And that kind of emotional depth is rare. 5. They're comfortable with simplicity. In a world that constantly pushes for more celebration, more excitement, more noise, choosing simplicity is not always easy. But psychology suggests that people who downplay birthdays often have a higher tolerance for calm, quiet moments. They don't feel the need to turn every occasion into something big. Sometimes they're perfectly happy with a normal day, maybe a little reflection, maybe nothing at all. And that comfort with simplicity often leads to a more peaceful mindset. They're not chasing moments, they're living them. So if you're someone who doesn't care much about your birthday, it doesn't mean something is missing. It might mean you've outgrown the need for certain kinds of validation. It might mean you see life as something bigger than dates and celebrations. And it might mean you value depth, independence, and authenticity in a way many people are still learning. There's nothing wrong with loving birthdays. And there's nothing wrong with not caring about them either. But if you're in that second group, understand this. You're not weird. You're not boring. You're simply wired to find meaning in different places. And that's something to embrace, not question. If this made you reflect on yourself in a new way, subscribe for more psychology insights that help you understand who you really are beneath the surface.